How are you ensuring that the decisions that you're making today are going to lead you to where you want to go and who you want to be? Hi, I'm Brenda Mailer with Sea Bright Spirit. Knowing and understanding what is most important to us is vital in making decisions. So if we aren't aware, or we're just kind of floating through life, making decisions a little haphazardly, you could say, we may end up where we want to be and we may not. So how do we get more clear? How do we know what is truly important to us? One way that I often start with coaching clients is getting clear on our values. When we can be clear on what we value in life, we can know that if our decisions that we're making are in alignment with those values, they're going to lead us to feeling meaningful fulfillment and purpose. If we're making decisions that actually compromise our values, we're probably going to feel more resentful, frustrated, and probably unhappy. So getting clear on what's important to you and what you value is a great place to start. So I want to talk a little bit more about this with you today. What are our values and how do they even start? Our values typically are cultivated when we're growing up. So those that are around us, that are loved ones, mentors, people of somewhat authority in our lives, kind of instill what's important to them on us. And so we end up taking on those belief systems. We end up taking on a bit of what's important to them, and we perhaps mirror that within ourselves. And, by the time we're in our teenage years, we're kind of cultivating our own value system. That's not to say that what you value when you're young is going to stay the same for your whole life, because experiences are going to shift your perception, as well as stages of life. So you can imagine, a 20-year-old probably has different values than a 50-year-old. We have different things that are important to us at different stages in our lives. Some things might stay the same, like maybe you value honesty and respect, and those might stay the same your whole life. But things like maybe security aren't maybe as important to you when you're 20 versus when you're 50. And so things might change as you go through life. And so it's really important to revisit your values on a regular basis, because as you shift and change and your life shifts and changes, you might notice that your decision making needs to shift and change as well. What you did 10 years ago might not be the same thing that you would do today. And it's really important to notice that difference, right? Because if we just make decisions based on how we have in the past, how are we moving forward in our lives? How are we creating what we want to experience? So a few ways you can kind of look at your values are, what is it that you stand for in life? What's important to you? What's the changes you want to see in the world? What's the legacy you want to leave behind? Like, what do you want the younger generation to know? What values are you instilling on your children? These are just some questions to help you get a little curious about your own value system. But I want to invite you to take advantage of a workbook that I've created. It's a workbook of getting clear on your values. It'll take you through some self-introspection. It'll help you, tune into what's important to you today, even, a little bit of what's been important to you in the past, and kind of bringing it all together so you can understand, who you are today, and also where you're going and what you see for yourself. So if you'd like to check out that free workbook, just check out the link below and I'll make sure that it drops in your inbox. All right. And if you have any questions or any comments about it, or you're curious or having trouble kind of landing on those values, just let me know. I'm happy to help. Okay. So knowing and understanding our values helps us to feel purpose in our lives. It helps us move in the direction that we want to go. It helps us stand tall in who we are. And as you see your values, you probably get a really good picture of like, wow, that really is me. That is what I stand for. That's who I am. But if you happen to, do your values list and then notice that, okay, there's a few things here that I think I haven't been really paying attention to that well. Maybe you've been compromising them for some reason. It can be a multitude of different things that might cause you to not honor your values. But I want to invite you to come into that awareness with compassionate curiosity, okay? Just start to notice maybe what are some of the changes you could start making so that you're making decisions that align yourself more with what's important to you, and so that you can feel that meaningful direction in your life. And again, if you need any help with making those changes, I'm here for you, okay? You can always book a free 30-minute call with me, and we can explore kind of where you're at in your life and what you're looking for, and move forward from there. Or, just notice for yourself, what is it I can do for myself today to help me step more fully into the life that I want to live? Okay. So I hope this serves you well. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out, comment below. You can reach out to me at brenda@seabrightspirit.ca. And if you like this video, please like it, share it, subscribe to my channel so that you can take in more ways of living a meaningful life. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.